Hello, everybody. I'm just going to make the video accessible. Oops. Oops. Only week 2. And then put it up the top. Hello, Debbie. How are you? And then I'm going to put it in the live notification group. And there we go. Get rid of that. And then that's in the places it needs to be. And hello, whoever is posting as Scrapbook Fantasies, and I just lost my. There we are. Just refresh YouTube and open it up there. Okay. Rightio. Okay. So we're on week 2. And what's going on here? Okay. It's 5 people watching. Now there's 3 people watching. Looks like it's just you and me, Debbie. Okay. Let's go here. Empty bags. I'm going to pile of empty bags to go back to work. Okay. I have been reorganising a bit. Trying to. So I've done my 2 sheets of fussy cutting. Yep. Watch some really... what I thought was going to be cruddy stuff on Netflix, but one of them turned out to be pretty good, but then they cut it. So that was a bit of a misnomer. And then we've got our... Oh, I don't know if these are on the website. I don't remember photographing these. And we've got a 2022, even though it's 2023, because tomorrow night we'll do a scrapbook page of Christmas 2022. Christmas it's just been. So then it'll be done. I think someone just shared it again. They will join soon. Yep, they'll join eventually, won't they? Okay. So we've got 2 pieces of craft card, piece of glitter, champagne, or pale gold as I call it, piece of white card. These 2 pieces of craft the same. And then we've got half a sheet of white. And then we've got half piece of 3, half piece of 1, and then we've got our frames, our added frames from 5 and 6. So let's make. Why do I feel like I've got less foam? Oh, because that's been pushed forward on my mate creates just over there. Right. There we go. That's better. A little more room. It's odd. Okay. What are we going to do? Put that and that. I love this. I made this with all different things. I made it. It's a lot of hours. if we use the piece of white, the 12x12 piece of white, then we could like do a whole multi-matte thing, couldn't we? And we add in a tiny bit of this. Like, do we... Do we do a whole lots of different mattes and then, you know, try and make it that it could be Christmas, but it doesn't have to be Christmas. We could use some stringy stuff. Sure, blessings, rejoice, greetings, greetings. Greetings is nice. Greetings could be for anything. I love these windows. I cut the innards out of the windows. I cut the innards out of the windows first. Maybe. I do a bit of a bodge up job around the leaves. Here's what these. It all went good except one of my little flowers lost a petal. I lost a petal on a little flower. Here's what it is. If we hide the candy cane, which I haven't actually cut around, I was going to come back to that. Whoopsie. Greetings, family. Oh, I think I've got a little bit too much stuff here. I might have too many choices. But I did like that. I did like that. But if we end up with a bit of white in the middle, we need to make this pop, or we'll lose it. Oh, I just saw a word that's good. Together. And then we can just add some little flowers and gifty things, you know, because they don't all look like Christmassy, do they? Right. Something. What do we think? We're either going to do family, greetings, or together. I definitely think we need to use the window and the bird and the string. So let's put this over here. Oh, okay. Hello, Mary. Back. The stray post fell through. Oh, no. I worked 12 hours in a trial week, which I never got paid for. Then got COVID and I had 3 weeks off. Went in to see the boss. Then he proceeded to tell me he wasn't going to train me any further. And another lady who had previously worked for him was back. Oh, no. Rant over. It's new year with new adventures and developments in store for me. Let's craft. Yes, let's craft, Jacqueline. Well, his loss. I think together. Yes, I think together you're right. Definitely, Jacqueline. His loss, Jacqueline, because, you know, you are super duper. We love you. Hello, Beryl. How are you? Okay. Let's just get stuck in and make this thing. We might, yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with them. Rightio. Let's make a... Make a square card. Do we make a square card that we can post for less money, or just make a square card that we love the look of? Let's make one we love the look of. So let's, from our 12x12 piece of white, smooth white, it's a smooth white, let's cut a 6-inch by 12-inch piece. So it's 6 inches by 12 inches. And let's put that aside so we don't hack into that, because that's going to be our card base. Then let's get our... We're going to do 8s today. We have so missed you too, Jacqueline. We're gonna bust into the 8s today at some stage. So let's do from this glitter card, let's do a 5 3/4 inch by 5 3/4 inch square. Let's hack the middle out. Yep, we need to do that. And I need to try and keep it kind of straight because I want to use the middle. So I'm just leaving like a 1/2 inch or a 1 centimeter border. Oh, hello, Di. Di's over on the tube. Over on YouTube. Hello, Janice. Happy New Year. Yes. First time back watching live for a while. I love this paper. I love Peace and Joy. Isn't it beautiful? But I can't wait to play with A Day to Remember. Okay, so this was 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then let's get our pink. Just paper 1. And let's cut a piece that's an 1/8 inch smaller than that. Let's cut a piece that's 5 5/8. So it's halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4. So halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4. So 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. We're working in squares today. So what that does is that gives us a tiny border. I think someone's put my chair down. I feel like I'm really low. Oh, that's better. They had put my chair down and the arms weren't letting me go close enough because they were down at the desk. There we go. Buggers. Probably sitting out here hiding in the corner. You can't hide in my area. So it gives us a little tiny border. It's just a little pop. Okay. So on that, let's put a piece of this so we want a tiny border or do we want a decent border? Do we want a nice measurement or do we want another 1/8 one? So a nice measurement gives us a tiny bit of pink. An 1/8 one. Let's do a nice easy measurement. That's cheap. So we're going to cut this spot, which is paper 3. We're going to cut it to 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. Let's just make it nice and simple. 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. You're going to see a little bit of pink. That's okay. That's pretty. Let's cut the middle out of that pink piece. Because we've got so many layers, really truly need to be cutting the middle out or this card will never stand. It was I'll tell you what was a hard card to photograph, and I don't know why I hadn't got it photographed. It had gone to work to show the ladies the next day and just didn't get photographed, was the On Safari one with the 25 on it. Holy dooly, that was difficult to photograph. So now, let's then come in and do a bit of this maybe with white on it. But if we do that, then we've got to do something to make that pop. So this is going to be dictated by how much of this spot we want to see. I think we want to see it a little bit. So let's have a look. Let's cut a 4x4 inch piece of the glitter. Put that over there so we don't hack it. So I've got to straighten it up because it's not straight. So a 4x4 piece. I'm going to cut the middle out of that. I wonder if we should put a circle on this one. I reckon we cut a circle, a tape circle, a 3-inch tape circle, maybe. Oh, the pink. I'm thinking how I'm going to get the pink back. And then what we could do is we could use that around there as a little thing to make it pop. Let's do that to make that pop out. So then we need, so this was 4x4. So we're going to come in just 1/8 of an inch. So this is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now, what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to go through every piece again, I think. What you doing?
I finished my fussy cutting and I was just checking if I
What were you cutting with? The scissors. What scissors are you using?
My scissors are at the shop with those ones. I'm using the bad ones.
I think these are yours. They got paint on them.
Mine's have paint on the top. They could be mine.
I think they're yours.
Because mine's have
Yep. I think they're yours. She got caught on the lounge yesterday afternoon with a whole heap of cut up paper making something and crafting. But yes, we had cut up coloured paper everywhere in the lounge room. Daddy kind of went a little crazy. Let's have a look at it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go through every layer. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't look too much. Okay. So, let's go through. Our card base was 6 inches. Let's move that out of the way. 6 inches by 12 inches. And then the first piece of glitter was 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, always inches. So it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then we had a piece of paper 1, which was 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. Now 5/8 is halfway between 1/2 and 3/4. So 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. And then we had a 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 of paper 3 inches. And then we have from our glitter, from the middle of our first piece, we have a 4-inch by 4-inch piece. And then we have from our white again a 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now Jacqueline's typed all those in because, oh no, 6 by 12. Is it? Okay, where are we? Yeah, 6 by 12 for the card, the base. 6 inches by 12 inches, sorry. Jacqueline's typed them in, so they're all there. And I do say them several times. So then, if we were to put our window now, we need to make that pop. So let's remove the card base. I have this accidental habit sometimes of cutting into my card base. Yep. I do it. My other bottle of glue is gone. My friend has it. Let's tape this on. It's big enough to tape. Oh, it's not going to work. You can't tape to glitter. You actually can't tape to glitter. But what we need to do, we kind of need to glue it on, but we need to have a hole in the middle. So we can, yeah, can't tape to glitter. So I'm going to look at this and go, okay, kind of know how big a piece I need to cut out in the middle. I'm going to cut a little piece out, and this is going to be so we can have an extra security mechanism of sticking. Just going to cut a little rectangle out, and it's going to give us the ability to stick these two pieces together with tape across here. Let's stick it on this way. We don't need it on the bird. Oh dear, that's been gluey. I'm trying to use my scissors like a pair of pliers. Okay, it's not good maintenance of my crafting stuff by letting this happen, is it? I'll deal with that later. Go into my drawing box and get a drawing making box and get a pair of pliers out. Oh, there we go, got it. Oh, pokey tool. So let's stick that on. Hello, Laurel. How are you? Glad you made it to class. Oh, you've got this kit. This is the week 2 one. Where is the label? So the one with this label on it. Laurel was visiting last week, and she visited us at the store. So now what we want to do is we want to come along and we want to sort of cut it out with something of an evenish border. Today is meant to be a design day. I've got that much to design on my list. Noah's actually made me a poster of all the things, or some of the things I've got to design today. I want to say I'm going to disappoint him, but I just don't know if I'm going to get it all done. He believes in his mum, so.
I'm going to grab a snack because my tummy's rumbling.
Yeah, we're going to eat your yogurt. You know where it is in the fridge. It's been put down in the lower spot for you for today. Okay, so I'm just going to just sort of round these points off a bit. So it's not so harsh. And mine is not perfectly even. I'm going to say that. There's a couple of places it's not. I'm not using my fussy cutting scissors because I'm being a bit precious about them because they did go missing a couple of days. So they're, you know, they're still good, but they've been on a holiday. Right, there we go. What do we think? It's a bit weird here. I think we've got to stick a flower on that. And let's get our stringy stuff. Short of coming up with a better term. Pull string, stringy stuff. We use 2 bits. So you just got to be nice and gentle. If it gets really tight here or hard to pull it, you just pull this out and then go again. Okay. Can't really use a window with it. No. I like the gifts. Maybe we'll use the gifts tomorrow night. I like the window. I love the window. That's for tomorrow night. Let's just collect up for tomorrow night. Maybe we'll put some little gifts on here. Let's get some flowers. I think we need flowers and some sequins. Obviously, I love these flowers because these are a slightly more neutral shade of the flowers from on Safari. Just trying to get gifts that don't look Christmassy. There's a lot in this collection. Okay. We'll come across probably the flower that's got the petal missing. It's a bit of an oopsie-daisy moment. Don't know if we need our window. Yep, we do. I might have too much on this card. I think I've got too much on here. I'm just going to keep adding. Yep. Let's try something. So I've got a roll of tape. I've got my middle of my piece of paper 1 that we use for our second layer. And I'm going to draw a circle. And cut it out. It'll be a 3-inch circle. You could use a cutting die. Notice how I'm turning the paper, not the scissors. I've actually got my arms supported on the arm of the chair. I'm pretty sure this is actually the chair. So one of Quentin's apprentices, well, some of Quentin's apprentices were being silly on his chair when he was at the railway, because he ran the wagon workshop, the wagon maintenance workshop, wagon maintenance and repair workshop. And so I actually think it was probably more tradesmen than apprentices were being silly on his chair, and they broke it. So they thought they'd be smart and they ordered him a new chair. Oh, I don't mind that. What do you think of that? And so they ordered him a new chair, and it came, and this is it. And the old chair, no one sits on, because they broke all the handles and it doesn't adjust and all sorts of things. So this new chair arrived, and one of the apprentices plonked down on it, being, you know, smart as young apprentices do, and then started adjusting it, and he broke the adjustment handles, one of the adjustment handles. So then he got someone else to order Quentin a new chair. And this one came home. I think they actually delivered it home. So yes, Quentin went through a couple of chairs in quick succession because, yeah. So then no one sat on his chair, which they shouldn't sit on the boss's chair. So let's sort of stick our background 3 layers together and prep it to go on the card. And then we'll put these 2 together. And I think what we might do is put a bit of foam in there. Like, we put a bit of foam in this layer and give it a nice little shadow. We might cut a little bit out of this spotty piece just to alleviate a little bit more weight. And then what we'll do is we'll put it all together and probably remove half of it, because that's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. So let's stick this one on. My 6mm tape is still holidaying on someone else's desk around here. It's okay. On the desk of the kid that had all the cut up paper on the dining table. It does look pretty cute, doesn't it, the card? You could ink this. Could definitely ink this. I'm not going to. Okay, so when we stick this, so one of the main reasons that we cut the middle out of glitter card is because glitter card doesn't like having things stuck to it. So when we stick this, we're going to stick it and then we're going to add our tape onto the back quite quickly. And I'm just going to use a lot wider tape. If you didn't see the post yesterday, there is a post in the group. It's up the top in featured, and it's something that I don't like to do, but you know, I've been told I need to do it more. It is a post that is asking you if you can just make sure there's no other comments on too. If you can go to all those places, I'm going to find the post and I'm actually going to tell you what it says. Just type in my password. Maybe I should share it. Like show you. So it's up the top and it says a lot of information to follow. Let's bring it down here. Get rid of that. And I'm going to share the screen. And I'm going to share that screen. And I'm going to do it that way. Okay. So you can see, so this is a post and it is at the top of the group. And it says a lot of information. That's the thank you in that. But it shows you all the places that you can go to sort of support us or help us out by spreading the word about us and our stuff. So just so we can keep going as long as possible. We're nearly at 1,000 classes. Like we're getting close to 1,000 classes. Not at 1,000, but we're very close to 1,000 free classes in nearly 3 years. So, you know, make sure you've liked the Facebook page. So when you hover over that blue thing, see it goes. And then this one, if you copy that, and you can just put it in a post to share it. If you don't, and I didn't put here, if you don't share, like, and comment on a regular basis on our Facebook page, it won't, Facebook's algorithm won't actually show you what we do. So you know how some of you say that you're missing posts and things? It's mostly because the algorithm or the artificial intelligence goes, well, they don't go to the Facebook page of Scrapbook Fantasies and like and share stuff, so they probably don't want to see it. So that's just a way for you to tell. Bookmarking, so that's the little star up in the top right, so this little star here. Or you just pull down on your mobile phone and then you add it to your favorites, I'm pretty sure. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel, you could share the link to it, or you could comment and like as many videos as you can. There's also Naomi John's YouTube channel. I was scrolling down on the wrong page. Same thing, commented hers. Like and follow her art page. So that's her art page. That's her, where she shares her art. Follow us on Instagram. And when you talk about it, so if you use the tag @Scrapbook Fantasies, we can find what you've shared in that sometimes, if it helps us. Share a picture of your stuff when it arrives. We've got a lady actually doing a reveal video in another group of her order that's arrived. She's let us know that she's doing that today or tomorrow. Some of you will see that. because you're in the same group. She owns this other group, but it's not a shop either. Leave a review on our Facebook page. Leave us a Google review. Review the products. If you go to the online store, you can now review the products. And these are the links to get into the Messenger chat group for the Creative Family. So there is a chat group just for the Creative Family. If you just want to chat and socialise, it's a pretty cool group. Some great people in it. And everyone shared what they were doing over New Year's, or a heap of people did. And people share craft projects as well, but it's a very social group. And then this is the live notifications for classes. This is really good for people that are new to us to find all the places. And yes, if you go and confirm your email address, put your email address in here and confirm it, it will actually give you a voucher. And yeah, there. So that's a bit of a thank you. Oh, shouldn't show that. Back on Facebook. So let's go back to the class. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. And then let's remove that one. And stop screen. There we go. And we'll go. So that's at the top of the Creative Family group. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not part of the Creative Family group, you can just go there. Facebook is so fickle. Oh, Sally, Facebook is beyond fickle. Isn't there a nursery rhyme about someone being fickle? Always reminds me when I have to deal with things on social media. Facebook's not the worst of it, but honestly, I actually have a Twitter account, but I don't use it because I'm sitting on the fence waiting to see what's going to happen. Yes, just waiting to see what's going to happen with Twitter at the moment. Don't want to commit too much time, and then we're going to put foam on the back of this. And you've got to make sure your phone straddles between the two. Yeah, don't want to put too much time into a social media channel and then it all goes kaput. Yeah. And I don't have many customers on Twitter. I think a couple of you are. Hello, Sally. Yep. Daily changes, duster tickers. Yep, they make it hard. Quentin's got to do a little bit of a open page, shut page dance to tag product at the moment, but that's okay. Always another hoop to jump through. If we put this in here like this, what we need to do is probably cut a bit out of the middle of this. So let's flip our card for our main piece. So let's flip this over and let's take our little centerpiece and flip it over. Let's put it in the middle. This is not going to end well. And then let's sort of center it and then trace around it. I'm tracing onto tape, so I'm hoping this is going to work. I think it is. Oh yeah, you can see that. And then I'm going to come in like, same as usual, about 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut that middle bit out. Now this is some weight alleviation. This means we can embellish the front. This gives us an opportunity to put more on the front. And then when that goes on there, no one's going to see there's a hole in there. I've got glue on here somewhere. There. Let's put it down. We still haven't decided. This is meant to be a dog, but it looks like a rabbit. It's part dog, part rabbit. So it's a rabbit. No, that's not right. A rob. A rog. A rog or a dabbit. Yeah, no. So let's actually just stick this on here. am kind of eyeballing. That's why we work on a messy mat. Rightio. Did we like that? So let's put this on foam, but remember the foam's got to straddle across this joint. Kind of like that. Like that. I like to put foam on the end on the her at the end. It's just I've moved things. Yep. I have moved things. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I don't know if it needs the pink circle. I actually think if we sort of do a bit more stacking, we don't need the circle. No. If we do a bit more present stacking, I don't think we need it. No. Okay. So let's get some of our presents in place. I do like the circle background, but it's up to you. Oh, okay. Cranston stole your iPad. Oh no, Debbie. Yeah. Let's build it again. It does need something there. You know, this is going to be one of those classes, isn't it? So I've got this scrappy bit, and let's cut 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches high, and it's like, let's do some bits that are like between 1 inch and a half an inch, you know, 3/4 inch, some different widths wide. Like that. So they're 1.5 inches high, and they're like, so this one's like 1/2 inch, and it's about 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch again. And then let's not completely fold it. Oh, I missed the corner. Let's do both ends of this one and cut it in half. And we can sort of do there. I'll add that to bring the pink in. Kind of thing. I like that. So this one's 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch. There we go. I'm just gonna try something. I'm just gonna cut 2 numbers. What sort of state this is in? Missing sleeves on it. Okay. A little indecisive today. Just not good. We're an hour. See, there is no plan. There is not a plan on any planet. Is there a plan? A lot of 25s this year. Well, it's just turned 25. It's a heap of 25s this year. A whole ton of them. You could use together, but I like the number. Okay. So let's put our rabbit dog on some foam. So our rabbit dog's going to go down the bottom on foam. Okay, so what we're going to do is stick our highest point on, like, so stick our highest point and our lowest point and then widest point. So we're going to work between these 3 points, right? Our rabbit dog's going to come over here a bit. You don't want to get to almost the end and go, oh, can't get it in, or I've got a weird naff gap. We are going to have a weird gap. You kind of make sure the presents are sort of straightish. So we're going to balance that extension there by extending out here. Okay. Yep, I'm cutting tape. Before we do that, let's get our little flaggy things. Put them there. So the whole time I'm doing this, I'm sort of visualizing where the things were when and I'm a really visual person. And yes, I know I drive my husband nuts with it. Because I'm like, can't you visualize that? Can't you see that? And he goes, no. People can't see what you see. Okay, now let's do over here. So we've got a big gift there. And then we're going to tuck a little gift in here. So we've got this bigger black one, the bigger of the two. So I've had all my pieces on and off here so many times. We don't want this to go out as far as what the others did. Right. So then let's put this back here. It's kind of going to tuck under a rabbit dog. And then are we going to put, where's our little circle? So this little circle that's going to tuck in here, we're going to put that so it goes over the top of our plaque. Possibly. Like that. And then we might go back to together. That's better. Look at that. See? So now what we need to do is up in here, we need to decide on our next upper point, which is going to be that gift there. And then we're just going to have to fill. We don't want this to line up. So let's put our next upper gift in. This is not stuck, okay? I'm making And hubby has trouble seeing my vision too. Oh, very visual. Hello, Karen. How are you? To catch up later. I swear they gave up a bit when I do in class just to keep my iPad. Yep. Kids are a bit like that. Do you know what I love? Is when you go to grab the iPad to do a class. Like I go to grab it so that because I'm looking at you, your comments, and reading your comments on my iPad. It's flat as a tack. And what they do is they just use Procreate or drawing software on it. They use it until it's dead flat, and then they just put it back in the bag and walk away. It's like, oh, drive me nuts. So we're going to pop these little guys in here when we get to that point. So let's come across here. Just got enough room. But yeah, you're okay for me, like Karen. I'm extremely visual. I see things in colour. I see everything in colour. Now, if you had a gap here or here, just cut a little bit of one of your papers or hack a bit off a gift. You know what I mean? Like trim a bit off this little guy here. And you know what? If we're going to stick that there like that, we probably could just cut a bit off him. Probably just cut a little bit off him there. And then use it to fill a gap. And we're going to see where we go here. So if we put this in here, what do we do? This little guy was going over here. Put that little guy there, and then we're going to cut something to put in there. So let's put him there. That is Chicky looking for the other chickens. They have completely destroyed the marigolds. I think I said that on Saturday. And now they're Noah's succulent plants. They used to be Milton's, now they're Noah's. They are just outside the front door, and one of his friends gave him a new plant, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's like raised up, like it's on an upside down really big pot. And then we've got two succulents below, so we've got a little thing between the bird aviary and the front door, like just there. Bird aviary with two birds in it. And yep, the chickens are into the succulents. They're just right into them. Oh, I forgot the string. That's okay. Oh, we've still got time for string. Put the string on here so it annoys me. I don't forget it. So we need something just to fill that little gap in there. So we're covering the corner of this black one here. So let's just trim a little bit off it. And sit that bow there. Let's just sit this little corner of bow just there. Yep, just like that. See? All fixerated. Okay, let's get one of our strings. Let's sit that on there so don't make a mess again. Let's get one of our strings and just put it in here, and the fan's going to cause havoc. I like to have the ends sort of hidden. Yeah, just visual and a bit strange. And then let's peel our tape off the back of this. I think we need another piece. messages are. Oh, check them after class. Don't see a lot of our string, but let's pull this a little bit out here so we can kind of see it down here. So we're gonna use a little bit of glue. Tuck this little guy in here. Put on an angle. We don't want the bow going straight across. And then, where are we going to put our other? I don't know if I need it. Our together word. Let's put that on some foam. Actually, together would have hid the spot. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Together would have hid the spot. Do you cut out before your live class? Is there a list? Nope. Oh, so, Laurel, the little fussy cuts and all this, in the album for the week, it does show you, there's a picture, there's a visual picture thing, and it does say which paper, which ones I have cut up in the kit. So there is a visual, it says what to fussy cut for the week, and that's in the album for the week. And it said to cut papers 5 and 6. But sometimes I don't get it all cut. This time I did because I made a conscious effort to cut it all out because I wanted it all cut out because I don't have much of this left in my cutting out. I'll tell you what I don't have much of is Tranquility. I actually use a lot of Tranquility when I cut it out. So I need to cut some more of it. I have reorganized. Yeah, I've added more to my fussy cut container from the weekend. So when we put that, oh no, you see a little tiny bit. No, you do see a tiny bit. I'll show you in a sec. Is that straight? Yeah. So you just see a tiny little bit in there. Now we need another piece of foam under there because that's a double bit. Look at that. But yeah, I don't cut any of these pieces, but I do the fussy cutting ahead. I used to fussy cut in class, and if, you know, some people couldn't keep up with me fussy cutting in class. So I do put instructions up. I've been doing that for 2.5 years. This flower actually has a hack in it. There. Yep. Do we need to add some flowers? We might add some tiny flowers in a couple of sequins, hey? So I'm going to put some of my glue up the top here. And I'm going to mix some colors because I like that little flower there. And I'm going to tuck my white sequins in here. Just going to use some white sequins. I know there's pink ones as well. A little white one here. And let's put a little white one there. Put a little white one down here. I like to have them connected to things. And then we want one peeking under there. Right, let's put a couple more little flowers. A little flower here. I love these flowers. And you know what? So mine aren't, focus, focus, focus. Mine aren't perfect. You can see they're not perfect. And I adjust the shape. I edit the shape of my flowers as I go. And let's tuck one under his foot here. So it sort of is above and near that. I love these flowers. On there. Just move them around a bit so it's not going to work. This one's a bit bigger. Oh, we've got to cut a little bit off. Shoop. We need one here somewhere. Or there. Oh, there's a little one. If you're on Instagram, there is actually I don't know if our story's disappeared yet, but on our story, we are asking for farm words. Lamelias. What do you think? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Jacqueline. I like how this turned out. I love how this turned out. But see, I went back and forth a few times. You know, don't chuck the numbers out. Not everyone likes it when I go back and forth because I make extra things and then don't use them. But you know what? If you've got extra stuff in your stash, I don't chuck them out. I put them in with my cutouts and things in my little containers. Rightio. Let's fold. Oh, there's a flower under there. Let's fold our card base. You could score it with your scoreboard or your score pal or whatever scoring tool you have. There we go. You do need to fold it like that on a clean surface. Make sure your surface is nice and clean. So let's peel our tape off. This is why we put our tape on before when we were making our background. Also, the glitter card was going to fall off in that time. But it means that when we come to it, we don't have to put our thing that's still drying face down on the surface. We just peel the back off and away we go. Shimmy around. We'll get it nice. You know, the end is out. Stick that in there. See, that's going to bug me. A little bit of glue for the end. See, that will bug me. I'm a little OCD. Actually, I'm not. But I've learnt not to let it rule my life. Having to teach one of my children a bit about that. That we pick our battles with our OCD. Okay. There we are. So I'll show you all the bits. so you can take some screenshots. And your name there. And then the whole card. Let me get it in focus. There we go. Sorry it strobes when you get up so close, but that's what it does. Is what it is. Hey. Thank you, Beryl and Jacqueline and Laurel. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for putting the link up. Jacqueline, that's awesome. There is a link to the collection, the Peace and Joy collection, up the top of the post on in the Creative Family Group, in the Creative Family Group on Facebook, and it's in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description below. Written instructions are in the Creative Family Group video. If you are trying to get into the Creative Family Group from YouTube, make sure that you answer the questions. I will not let you in unless you answer all of the questions and agree to be kind. And if you don't have a picture, you really need to contact me, because if I can't work out who you are, I probably won't let you in. I'm really sorry. I'm very particular. We've had some scammers come in, make their way in accidentally. So yes, very cautious. There we go. Look at that. And I've even got a clean space for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we've got a bit of stuff left. Don't think it's got a double in it, but it definitely looks like it's got an interactive layout in it. Definitely looks like we can make something interactive. You know, if I play with this enough, I will want to create the page. Look, I'm just going to have to leave it be. Otherwise, I'm going to want to sit here and create the page. I think we might do an interactive single page layout tomorrow night, because we've got our 2022. We've got tons of stuff here. We've got a good quality craft base, and then we've got another piece of it that we can make our interactive elements with. So yeah, I think we could definitely come up with something for tomorrow night. The words are, oh, I don't know what the words are. Sorry, Jacqueline, I've lost my train of thought there. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. I think I said thank you, Mary. So there we go. That is our class for today. We've made a card. It's got a lot on it, but it kind of makes sense, I think. You could use it for Christmas. You could use it for a belated Christmas card, because I'm sure plenty of us have Christmas cards we haven't sent. We got a Christmas card yesterday. It took that long to arrive, and it's come from the same city we live in. Title, words, pack. Are they up in the shop yet? No, I'm going to have to get Naomi John to make a set. I've got to photograph them. I didn't realise that they hadn't gone up in the online store, these. I better go and look and make sure that they're not sitting there and waiting for me to click on them and make them go live. That would be a little silly of me, wouldn't it, if I didn't do that? Yeah. We knew there was something we had to make go live this week, and that's it. We couldn't work it out. We had a family meeting yesterday and couldn't work out what it was. But yeah, so we will see you tomorrow night at 6:30. I was going to link them. Thanks, Jacqueline. Thank you. I will endeavour to get these up. If it's not today, it'll be tomorrow, because I might have to actually print those for them to cut them. So we'll see you tomorrow night at 6:30, and we're going to make it an interactive single page layout. We will, we might not see you in between. Keep an eye out. We do lots of stuff. Oh, there's new Minte, 2 new Minte collections in the online store for pre-order. Emails got sent out last night, and I've got the link to that. And A Day to Remember hybrid retreat. So both the in-store and the online portion of that both close this Friday. If you talk me into letting you book in after that, there is an additional booking fee. Just so you know, anyone that we take after this Friday into that retreat, either the in-store or the virtual portion, there will be an additional fee. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think we're all good. Yes, retreat payments are due by Friday. So if everyone could book in so that we can start making the kits. Our February kits will come out on Monday next week. So we'll be able to show you this. And we'll have a reveal video sometime about those. So there we go. So awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming along. Love yous all. Really appreciate you. If you look at that post and do a couple of the things on that post, that'd be really awesome. Would really, truly appreciate you spreading the word about us just so we can get a bit further out there. Yeah, spread the word about our awesome stuff because I think our products are really cool and they're made in Australia. Really getting hard to find products made in Australia or made in, so we prefer to buy product that's made in Australia. We buy Japanese product made in Japan when we can. And we buy from European countries where it's made in, we prefer it to be made in that country where we're buying it from. So we're really particular about that, trying to avoid buying stuff that's mass produced in factories where people are not being paid a proper wage for what they do. So, yeah, and we love Australian made. So our products are Australian made. We just need to spread the word. So, thank you, Yvonne. Thank you very much. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye.